Are you feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or stressed by the demands of modern life? In a world that constantly pushes us to do more, achieve more, and keep up with endless expectations, it's easy to lose focus on what really matters. But what if I told you there's an ancient philosophy that can help you regain control and clarity? Stoicism, a philosophy practiced by Roman emperors, soldiers, and philosophers, offers powerful, timeless strategies that can help you level up your life, whether it's by improving your mindset, boosting your productivity, or simply finding peace amidst the chaos. Figures like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus used these principles to not just survive, but thrive in incredibly challenging times. Today, I'll walk you through 11 Stoic strategies that you can start applying right now to transform your thinking, boost your focus, and improve your overall well-being. These principles have withstood the test of time, and they remain as relevant today as they were 2,000 years ago. Let's dive into these powerful Stoic lessons and learn how you can use them to take control of your life. The first Stoic strategy is the foundation of the entire philosophy, the Dichotomy of Control. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, taught that life can be divided into two categories: things we can control and things we cannot. Here's the crucial distinction. We can control our own thoughts, actions, and responses to situations. However, we cannot control external events, the actions of others, or outcomes that are beyond our influence. Most of our stress and frustration comes from trying to control things that are outside of our reach, whether it's other people's opinions, future events, or even how others react to us. The Stoics tell us that the key to peace of mind is learning to focus only on what we can control. Next time you feel overwhelmed, ask yourself, what in this situation is actually within my control? By focusing on your own behavior, mindset, and actions, you take charge of your life and let go of unnecessary worry over what you cannot influence. By applying this principle, you can reduce stress, boost your mental clarity, and start making more intentional decisions based on what you can actually change. The second Stoic strategy is called negative visualization, and it might sound counterintuitive at first. While most people avoid thinking about negative outcomes, the Stoics encourage us to imagine them, not to dwell on them, but to mentally prepare for life's inevitable setbacks. Here's how it works. Take a moment to think about the things you fear or the potential challenges you might face. Maybe you're working on a project, starting a business, or pursuing a personal goal. Instead of simply hoping everything will go smoothly, imagine what might go wrong. What if you face rejection? What if you fail? What if unexpected obstacles come your way? By visualizing these potential outcomes in advance, you prepare yourself emotionally. When setbacks happen, they don't blindside you because you've already thought through the worst-case scenario. This doesn't mean you're pessimistic. Rather, you're mentally equipped to handle whatever comes your way. Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher, wrote, "He robs present misfortunes of their power, who has perceived their coming." In other words, when you anticipate adversity, you're less affected by it when it happens. Negative visualization is a powerful tool for building resilience. It helps you cultivate a mindset where challenges and failures are seen as expected parts of life, not something to fear, but something to confront with calmness and strength. Memento Mori is a Latin phrase meaning remember that you will die. It may sound grim, but for the Stoics, reflecting on mortality wasn't about being morbid. It was about gaining clarity and purpose. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and one of the most famous Stoics, often reflected on the fleeting nature of life. He wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." When we remember that our time is limited, we begin to focus on what truly matters and let go of trivial concerns. Think about how much time we waste worrying about things that, in the grand scheme of things, don't matter. Petty arguments, other people's opinions, or fears of failure pale in comparison to the reality that life is short. When you remind yourself of this, you naturally start prioritizing what's important. your relationships, your goals, and living a life that aligns with your values. Memento Mori helps us to live more intentionally. Each day becomes an opportunity to make meaningful choices, to appreciate the present, and to focus on living well. Whenever you're caught up in the stresses of daily life, take a moment to remind yourself of this Stoic principle. Life is short. Are you spending your time wisely? Another core Stoic strategy is amor fati, which translates to love your fate. The Stoics believe that we shouldn't just accept the things that happen to us, but that we should embrace them fully. This means loving not only the good times, but also the difficulties, the setbacks, and the unexpected challenges that come our way. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, obstacles are not merely things to overcome. They are opportunities for growth and learning. Imagine you're working toward a goal, and things don't go as planned. Maybe you face rejection or encounter a major setback. Instead of seeing it as a failure, the Stoic approach is to view it as a necessary part of your journey. Every difficulty teaches you something. Every challenge strengthens your resilience. Amor fati means loving your life exactly as it is, with all its highs and lows. When you adopt this mindset, nothing can truly be seen as an obstacle. Everything becomes a tool for personal development. It's about turning every difficulty into an opportunity to practice patience, courage, and wisdom. Whenever you encounter hardship, remind yourself, this is part of the process. Embrace it. Use it to grow. Love your fate. The Stoics believe that the key to living a fulfilled life was not in the pursuit of specific outcomes, but in living virtuously. Virtue, in Stoicism, refers to living in accordance with principles like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. Many of us get caught up in chasing results, whether it's success in our careers, relationships, or personal goals. But the Stoics remind us that outcomes are often beyond our control. What we can control is whether we're acting with virtue in every moment. Think of it this way. If you're working on a project or pursuing a goal, instead of fixating on whether you'll succeed or fail, ask yourself, am I acting with integrity? Am I making wise decisions? Am I showing courage? These are the things that truly matter because they are within your control. By focusing on living virtuously, you can find fulfillment even when the outcomes aren't what you hoped for. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. The next time you're pursuing a goal, shift your focus from the result to the process. Ask yourself, am I living according to my values? When you focus on virtue, you'll find that true success comes from within. One of the most practical and transformative Stoic strategies is journaling. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and one of the most famous Stoics, kept a daily journal where he reflected on his thoughts, actions, and progress in living according to Stoic principles. These personal reflections are now known as meditations, and they offer us incredible insight into his disciplined practice of self-awareness. So why is journaling so important in Stoicism? The act of writing forces you to reflect on your day, your decisions, and how well you lived according to your values. It's a moment of introspection that helps you identify areas where you excelled and areas where you can improve. Here's how you can incorporate Stoic journaling into your routine. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to write down your thoughts. Ask yourself, did I act in line with my values today? Were there moments when I let external events or other people's opinions distract me from what truly matters? How can I improve tomorrow? By consistently engaging in this reflection, you become more mindful of your actions and behaviors. You start to recognize patterns, both positive and negative, and you gain the clarity needed to adjust your course. Journaling helps you stay aligned with your Stoic values and keeps you on track towards self-improvement. Journaling is not just about dwelling on mistakes. It's also about celebrating your growth. When you notice that you've handled a difficult situation with patience or made a decision guided by wisdom, write it down. This practice reinforces positive behaviors and remind you that you're progressing on your journey. Stoic journaling is a simple but powerful tool that helps you live more intentionally. Over time, you'll find that this daily habit deepens your self-awareness, enhances your discipline, and fosters a greater sense of inner peace and clarity. Long before mindfulness became a modern-day buzzword, the Stoics understood the importance of living in the present moment. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." For the Stoics, the present moment was all that truly mattered. The past is beyond our control, and the future is uncertain. The only thing we can fully engage with is the here and now. Mindfulness in Stoicism means being fully present in whatever you are doing, without getting distracted by thoughts of the past or worries about the future. It's about bringing your full attention to the current task, conversation, or situation. When we lose ourselves in ruminating over past mistakes or worrying about future outcomes, we become less effective in the present. Stoicism teaches us that the best way to reduce stress and improve our productivity is to focus on what is directly in front of us, right now. Here are some practical ways to incorporate Stoic mindfulness into your daily life. When working, instead of multitasking, give your full attention to one task at a time. Stay focused on the present action and resist the urge to think about everything else on your to-do list. When with others, be fully present in conversations. Don't let your mind wander to future plans or past events. Give the person in front of you your complete attention. When eating, practice mindful eating by fully experiencing each bite, rather than rushing through meals or being distracted by your phone. The more you practice mindfulness, the more you'll notice an improvement in your mental clarity, decision-making, and overall sense of peace. By confining yourself to the present, as Marcus Aurelius advised, you free yourself from the burden of unnecessary worries and distractions. Mindfulness, as taught by the Stoics, isn't just about feeling calm. It's about being more effective, more intentional, and more in control of your life. The next time you find yourself lost in thought or overwhelmed by everything you have to do, pause and return your focus to the present moment. That's where your true power lies. The Stoics believe that in order to develop true strength and resilience, one must occasionally embrace discomfort voluntarily. This concept is known as voluntary discomfort, and it involves intentionally stepping out of your comfort zone to train both your mind and body to handle adversity. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, often practiced voluntary discomfort by fasting, wearing simple clothes, or sleeping on hard surfaces. He believed that by exposing himself to discomfort, he could better prepare for the inevitable challenges that life would throw his way. In modern life, we're surrounded by comfort and convenience, but the Stoics remind us that it's during periods of discomfort that we grow the most. By willingly facing discomfort, we build resilience and learn to appreciate what we have. And when life presents us with real challenges, we're mentally and physically prepared to endure them. Here are a few ways you can practice voluntary discomfort. Fasting. Go without food for a period of time, even if it's just skipping a meal. This helps you build mental strength and appreciate the abundance of food you normally have. Cold showers. Instead of taking a warm, comfortable shower, try a cold one. It's a simple way to step out of your comfort zone and practice enduring discomfort. Physical challenges. Push your body beyond its usual limits through exercise or endurance activities. By challenging yourself physically, you build both mental and physical toughness. Minimalism. Try living with less for a period of time. Whether it's cutting back on luxuries, simplifying your wardrobe, or limiting entertainment, voluntary simplicity can help you appreciate the essentials in life. Voluntary discomfort is about training yourself to face life's inevitable challenges with grace. It's not about punishing yourself. It's about becoming stronger, more resilient, and more appreciative of the comforts we often take for granted. The next time you encounter an opportunity to face discomfort voluntarily, embrace it. Each time you do, you'll find that the challenges of life become easier to face. You'll learn that discomfort isn't something to avoid. It's something that can help you grow. The Stoics were masters at reframing challenges and setbacks as opportunities for growth. They believed that obstacles weren't just things to be overcome. They were essential parts of the journey. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that the very things that seem to block your path can actually become the path to progress. In modern life, we often view obstacles as negative experiences, things that slow us down or stand in the way of our goals. But what if, instead, we saw these challenges as chances to develop skills, test our resilience, and strengthen our character? Here's how you can start applying this Stoic mindset. Reframe the problem. The next time you face a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this help me grow? Instead of seeing the obstacle as something negative, view it as an opportunity to practice patience, creativity, or perseverance. Take action, not pity. Stoicism teaches us to act rather than complain. If you encounter an obstacle, don't waste time feeling sorry for yourself. Instead, ask, what can I do about it? Even small actions can help you move forward. Develop resilience. Obstacles are what forge resilience. Every time you face a setback and push through, you become stronger. By welcoming challenges, you'll build the mental toughness needed to face bigger obstacles in the future. For example, if you experience a failure at work or a personal setback, instead of seeing it as a reason to give up, think of it as an opportunity to learn. Maybe it's a chance to improve your skills, reevaluate your strategy, or build your resilience. When you view obstacles as opportunities, nothing can truly hold you back. Every difficulty becomes a stepping stone on your path to success. This shift in mindset transforms how you approach life's challenges and helps you grow, no matter what comes your way. One of the most practical Stoic strategies is simple, yet powerful. Avoid complaining. The Stoics believe that complaining is not only unproductive, but also harmful to your mindset. When you complain, you focus on the negative aspects of life, rather than taking action to improve your situation. Epictetus famously said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." This means that instead of talking about how hard things are or how unfair life can be, we should take responsibility for how we respond to those challenges. Complaining shifts our focus from solutions to problems, which keeps us stuck in a negative mindset. The Stoics knew that life is full of difficulties, but they didn't waste time complaining about them. They focused on what they could control, how they chose to react. Here's how you can apply this in your life. Catch yourself. The next time you catch yourself complaining, whether it's about a difficult project, a long line, or a frustrating conversation, pause. Ask yourself, is this complaint helping me in any way? Is there something I can do to improve this situation? Shift to action. Once you've identified the complaint, shift your mindset toward action. What can you do to fix or improve the situation? If the problem is beyond your control, how can you change your attitude toward it? Complaining doesn't solve problems, but taking action or shifting your perspective does. Embrace gratitude. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, focus on what's right. Practice gratitude for the things you do have control over and the opportunities you've been given. This positive shift in focus will help you avoid getting stuck in negativity. For example, if you're stuck in traffic, instead of complaining, use the time to listen to an inspiring podcast, reflect on your day, or practice deep breathing. If a coworker is being difficult, instead of complaining about them, think about how you can respond with patience and understanding. By avoiding complaints, you free up mental energy to focus on solutions, personal growth, and positivity. The Stoics teach us that life is full of challenges, but we always have the choice to either complain about them or take action. Choose action. The final Stoic strategy is one of the most important for long-term growth: daily reflection. The Stoics believed in the power of self-assessment, and they practiced it regularly to keep themselves aligned with their values and goals. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, constantly reflected on his thoughts and actions to ensure he was living in accordance with Stoic principles. This practice is called the evening review. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on how you lived that day. Ask yourself, did I act in alignment with my values? Did I focus on what I can control, or did I allow myself to be distracted by things outside of my control? How did I handle challenges or obstacles? Did I respond with patience, courage, and wisdom? What could I improve on tomorrow? This daily reflection is not about beating yourself up for mistakes or failures. It's about gaining insight and making small adjustments to improve. It's a practice of mindfulness and self-awareness that helps you stay grounded in your Stoic principles. Here's how you can start your own evening review. Set aside time each night. Whether it's 5 minutes or 15 minutes, make time at the end of your day to reflect. Find a quiet space and bring your focus inward. Write it down. Journaling your reflections can help solidify your thoughts and give you something to look back on later. You can use a notebook or even a notes app on your phone. Focus on improvement. Each day is an opportunity to learn and grow. Reflect on both your successes and your challenges, and identify small changes you can make for tomorrow. By reflecting daily, you'll notice patterns in your behavior, learn from your experiences, and become more intentional in how you live. This practice is a simple but effective way to continuously improve and stay connected to your values. Over time, you'll find that this nightly reflection strengthens your sense of purpose, builds your resilience, and keeps you focused on what truly matters. It's the ultimate Stoic practice for living a life of virtue, wisdom, and self-awareness.